Okay, this video covers some practice problems that are on the back flap or the back page of your flipbook. It's really meant for you to do some practice to make sure you have mastered these skills. So the first section, the upper left-hand corner, is just a bunch of simplify ratios problems. I would suggest that you don't just skip through this and just write the answers down. You should spend some time working through these problems and make sure you understand them. I'm going to work through them right now. So if you've already tried these, now listen to the video and see if you can understand how to do this. The first one, simplify this ratio. Well, I've got no units of measure here. All I have to do is reduce the fraction. I can divide the top and bottom by 6. Get that written there. And so, I don't know why I can't write 6. Hang on a second, let me give it another shot. Divide top and bottom by 6. So therefore, 6 divided by 6 is 1. 24 divided by 6 is 4. We're done. That's as much as we can simplify this ratio. Let's take a look at the next one. 84 feet, 12 feet. Well, I've got the same units of measure, so I can cancel those out to reduce this ratio. And now I'm going to take a look at common factors. When I check my calculator, I can check a number of different numbers. I figured out that 12 does go into 84. So I can divide both top and bottom by 84. For many of us, we got to divide by 2, then by 2 again, and then keep going, and then maybe by 3 to try to get it reduced. I'm going to just jump to the chase and just write. I know I can divide top and bottom by 12. 84 divided by 12 happens to be 7, and 12 divided by 12 is 1. Our ratio is 7 over 1, or 7 to 1. Take a look at the next one, excuse me. The next one, we've got 16 centimeters over 40 centimeters. We got like units of measure, so we can cancel those. 16 and 40. Well, I can see that looks like 8 goes into 16 and 8 goes into 40. 16 divided by 8 is 2. 40 divided by 8 is 5. That's as far as we can go, 2/5. And the last one, 12 coins over 40 coins. Alright, coins and coins, those are the same units of measure. I can cross those out. I'm going to go the long way on this one now. 12 over 40. I would usually always divide by 2 first. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 40 divided by 2 is 20. I can divide them by 2 again. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 20 divided by 2 is 10. That's as far as I can go. So I've taken care of the first 4. Now let's take a look at ratios with different units of measure. If you remember our instruction on this, when we want to simplify a ratio with different units of measure, we're going to have to know how many inches are in a foot. And I'm going to give you that information right now. So if you would, along the top of the paper, I want you to write these 3 things. 1 foot equals 12 inches. You can write that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. And then I can tell you that 1 mile is equal to, let's make that look like mile. 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. I will always give you those conversions on a test. Let's fix this real quick. 1 mile. Alright, so now let's do the first one. When I want to simplify a ratio with different units of measure, I'm just going to create a fraction. On the top of this fraction, I'm going to put inches because that started off on the bottom, and feet are on top, so feet will go on bottom, and all I got to do is take a look at my conversion. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Now we see, just like we canceled the units of measure in the first questions, inches shows up on top and bottom, I can cancel. Feet show up on top and bottom, I can cancel. Let's multiply across. 6 times 12 is 72. 24 times 1 is 24. And I can see, I check with my calculator, I can find out, let me just do this for you. I can see, class, that if I take 72 and I divide it by 24, I can see I get a whole number. So I know that 24 goes into 72. 72 divided by 24 is 3. And 24 divided by 24 is 1. There is our final ratio. Let's do the next one. I'm going to make a conversion fraction. Centimeters is going to go on bottom. Meters is going to go on top. I'm flipping my units of measure. Let's take a look. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Okay, centimeters is on top and bottom. Meters is on top and bottom. Those cancel. 100 times 1 is 100. 2 times 100 is 200. And this one's pretty easy to simplify. Divide both sides, top and bottom, by 100, and you get 1 over 2. And the last one, let's try this one. We're going to write our conversion fraction. And we have feet on top. We're going to put feet on bottom. Miles were on bottom. So now I'm going to put MI for miles on top, so we know it's not meters. And we know that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. Okay, feet is on top and bottom. They cancel. Miles on top and bottom. They cancel. 21,120 times 1 is 21,120. And that's divided by 2 times 5280, which is 10,560. And let's just see if it ends up being a nice whole number. Let's try this. Let me move this calculator over a little bit so I can see. Okay, I'm going to put 21120 divided by 10,560. Whoops. 10,560. Oh, exactly 2. Beautiful. So that means this will simplify to just 2 over 1. And now we've done conversion or simplifying of ratios with different units of measure. All right, a couple more practice problems. Let's take a look at these. Find the value of x in these proportions. We've learned that we can use cross multiplying to solve this problem. Let's take a look at this one. 3 times x is 3x equals 16 times 6. That means 3x equals 96. We're going to divide both sides by 3, and we're going to end up with x equals 96 divided by 3. Let's do that. 96 divided by 3 is equal to 32. X equals 32. First one is done. So the next one, cross multiply. Okay, we've got 8x. We got 8 here. I'm going to multiply these two. It doesn't matter which ones I do first. I can do the top bottom or bottom top. Makes no difference. So I'm going to put 8 times x plus 4 is equal to 6 times 20. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 4 is 32. And 6 times 20 is 120. We're going to subtract 32 from both sides, and we end up with 8x equals, let's do 120 minus 32, and that's 88. And now we're going to divide both sides by 8. Let's do 88 divided by 8. So 88 divided by 8 equals 11. So x equals 11. Okay, the next one. Ooh, looks a lot like the previous one. We're going to cross multiply here as well. So we're going to do 5x. So 5 times x is equal to 4 times x plus 3. That means 5x is equal to 4x plus 12. And on this one, class, to solve for x, we got to get all the x's to go to the other side. So that means I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4x from this side. So I get rid of it on the right side. 5x minus 4x is just x. 4x minus 4x, those cancel. And on this side, I end up with 12. I'm already done. X equals 12. And then the last one, let's cross multiply on this one. We've got 4 times x, that's 4x, equals 8 times x minus 3. That's 4x equals 8x minus 24. we're going to have to get the 8x to the other side to get all the x's together. So I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides. And I'm going to end up with, this cancels, and on the right side I've got negative 24. On the left side I've got 4 minus 8, that's negative 4x. And now to solve this problem, I got to take negative 24 and divide it by negative 4. Let's do that. So we've got negative, let's clear this, negative 24 divided by negative 4. And that equals positive 6. So we're going to end up with x equals 6. So there we go on that one. Got our solutions to the three proportions. Last thing we're going to do, just a reminder to you on these. Angles of a triangle add up to 180. Angles of a quadrilateral add up to 360. So if I was going to ask you in a problem to solve a missing side, or a missing angle, and you knew it was a triangle, for this one you could just say, okay, let's find this missing angle right here. That's going to be 180 minus 30 minus 47 equals 103. So that means this angle is 103 degrees. Let's try the next one. If I know this is 90 degrees, it's a right angle, and that's 42, I'm going to take 180 minus 90 minus 42, and that's going to equal 48. So this is 48 degrees. And now we have a quadrilateral. Quadrilaterals add up to 360 degrees. So to find this missing angle measure, I would take 360, let me just jam it over here a little bit, 360 minus 85 minus 91 minus 103 equals, put that in your calculator, and you should get 81. So that's 81 degrees. So we can find missing measures of quadrilaterals and triangles. That's it for this video. In a different video, we'll go take a look at the right side of the back page.